Let the Christmas hit the floor.
Let the Christmas hit the floor. Let the Christmas hit the floor. I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need.
And
I don't need another presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you. Yugoslavia!
you, baby, oh yeah.
You.
And all the lights are shining so brightly everywhere.
Everywhere!
And the sound of children's laughter fills the air. And everyone is singing. I hear those sleigh bells ringing.
Oh.
So can you please bring me the one I need? Won't you please bring my baby?
Come on, baby, now!
Hey podcast kittens, it's your flashy fashion reporter Cathy Cat. It's Ladybeard hitting the curtains.
And you're not flashing anybody! Ladybeard, Ladybeard, that's it, the cat with beard. That was awful, wasn't it? That was terrible. That was the worst one we've ever done.
That was terrible.
Because I smacked this, sorry.
Well, happy Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas, friends.
Christmas is around the door, and this is our Christmas special episode.
Around the door. It's around the door.
It's in front
It's
of
not
the
around
door.
the corner, it's around the door.
It's around the
Christmas around the door.
It's around the corner, in front of the door, around the
Sure,
door.
there's a fat man in red out there.
Oh, yeah, he's round the door now.
Not up the chimney, he's round the door.
He's definitely round the door.
We're going round the bend or Santa's round the door.
Rocking around the Christmas tree or the
Yeah.
Santa, whatever floats your boat. We're
Yep.
going to talk about a little bit of dating in Japan on Christmas. We're going to talk about the old trifecta
Yeah.
of Christmas in Japan,
Uh-huh.
which is Christmas cake, fried chicken, and Christmas date.
Not the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit,
No.
as you may have guessed.
Nope, they're very different in Japan.
Mhm.
And also, we're going to talk about the dark side of Japanese Christmas cake.
Mhm.
So that's something for everyone in this episode
This
today.
is going to be the greatest episode in history. Prepare yourselves. Merry Christmas, winky dink. Let's do it.
Yes, let's do it. We have done a whole episode about Christmas in Japan. That is episode 36 of season 1.
Mhm.
We should tune into that. Also, since we are at episodes, I wanted to say thanks to Sean. Sean gave us a Christmas present early.
yes, so Sean Nickel, who I voiced in Ultraman Max. I'm spinning everywhere in my excitement. That's right. Sean Nickel, who I voiced in Ultraman Max. He was episode 55 and 56. We had him on the podcast. You can go listen to that. He gave us a Christmas gift, which was very nice.
Very early.
Give us a ride on a boat.
A tour on a Japanese Yakata Bune, which is like an evening boat where people get like food and you have a bit of view of Tokyo Bay. There was a lot of
Great.
other foreigners with us. So that was a really great experience.
Yeah,
Maybe
thank you,
something
Sean.
else you want to do when you come here in winter.
Yeah, actually, I
Apart from
recommend it.
dating.
It's real fun, actually. The boat was great, wasn't it? It's not just a winter exclusive, is it? You can do it in the summer too. Sure.
It's happening all through the seasons.
The
It's
boat
very-
is dope.
But
I
you
hate
have
say
to book it in advance if
Yeah.
you want to do it during fireworks displays, because everyone wants to book it during fireworks
Yeah.
displays.
But it's awesome. It's a whole package when they give you, it's like a big meal with unlimited tempura. You remember that? We
Yeah, they
so
had
much
like
food.
the tempura wasn't unlimited, but they kept
No, it was. They
going
said
round and round.
some had all you can eat tempura.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all you can drink
Yeah.
if you are
If
someone
you feel
who
so
enjoys
inclined.
that.
Yeah.
And,
But not on the roof.
Not on the roof. They're very
Not
strict
on the
about that.
roof. They're very
None of
strict
that.
about that.
None of that.
Yeah. But anyway, thank you, Sean. That was a wonderful experience.
Yeah, that
Cathy
was
and I both
great.
went. It was great fun.
So that was
Thank
an
you.
early Christmas present. Another thing maybe to add to your list of things to do for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
But now let's go back to the holy trifecta of Christmas in Japan.
Hi!
Oh, there shall be the hot fried chicken on your table.
On the table.
There shall be the sweet, sweet Christmas cake.
Get the cake down.
But most of all, this day of love and joy
Get to the chopper.
is about finding someone to spend it with, because a date is really important and you'll be shamed by society if you don't have a date.
Take one toy, bring it back to the carpet. Yeah, you're gonna have a date on Christmas?
Yeah, Christmas is not a family thing in Japan. They have New Year's for that. That's like Oshogatsu. That's when the family comes together. Everyone comes together. There's gifts in the way of money exchange. We talked about that in the podcast before if you're curious about that. But Mostly it's about dating.
Yeah, it's Christmas. Well, as we discussed, you can listen to our last episode, which is about winter. They illuminate the place. They make the place really look wonderful, and it does actually feel very romantic.
Oh, it
does.
does.
It's freezing
For
cold,
sure.
so you want to snuggle up to someone special to stay warm.
That's the season when you kind of want to have found someone, and it's kind of apparently a little bit embarrassing, especially if you're like an it girl, if you're out there. If you don't have a Christmas date.
Is that right?
Yeah, but there's two ways. Either it's embarrassing if you don't have a Christmas date, or if you have a Christmas date and you work in a certain entertainment industry, you have to apparently hide it in Japan, which will hurt for today for the very first time.
Yeah. So, yeah, okay. So
Two extremes.
Yeah, so if you're an idol in Japan, apparently all the idol girls, if they have to post something on their social media, Christmas.
Have to post during Christmas.
Have to, because if you don't post, your fans go, she didn't post, she must be out with her boyfriend because it's Christmas.
Yeah, so they're gonna go like, 彼氏と会ってるんでしょ?
Oh,
hey,
mate.
you're meeting a boyfriend now, you know, why did you not post? You have to post every day. If you're not posting on Christmas, that can only mean one thing. There's someone else you spent the day with.
So then if you do have someone special you want to spend your time with on Christmas, on date night.
As an idol,
you're going to go and make sure you've got a stock of photos of you with the other girls in your group or whatever in advance that you can keep and you can post that on Christmas, and everyone needs to be coordinated.
So the idols in the group have like a secret pact that they do a Christmas party before the actual Christmas and then all upload the pictures of the Christmas party on Christmas to save those who have apparently a boyfriend in the group. That is very elaborate. I did not know that. That's very elaborate. I mean, in the West, if someone doesn't post on Christmas, so what? They didn't post on Christmas. But then again, it is like Valentine's Day. But again, if you don't post on Valentine's Day, well, then you didn't post on Valentine's Day. I mean, you just felt sad because that day is very exclusive of people who have not found a partner on Valentine's Day. Give me stop the pressure on these things of having had to someone on Valentine's Day or on Christmas. Maybe you just want to treat yourself. Maybe you just want to go to a place by yourself. There's nothing wrong with treating yourself for something nice on one of these days. Rant over now.
So a new level of passion exit Cathy Cat during that rant.
Yeah. I must confess I might have invited myself to go to the Kawaii Monster Cafe when that still existed and took myself on a nice Valentine's Day to myself. I got my hair done. I got to the Kawaii Monster Cafe. And now please stop calling me sad. I had a good day.
I'm spending Christmas.
Love yourself this Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Anyways, we talked about Christmas dates, but there's more to the holy trifecta. The other one is fried chicken.
That chicken, you have to have a fried chicken. We went through why the Japanese eat fried chicken on Christmas in the previous Christmas episode. Real quick.
Kentucky had a big thing.
It's a substitute for turkey. Kentucky Fried Chicken did a huge PR push about
They
it
did a good job there.
a million years ago. And now, specifically, KFC chicken is part of Japanese Christmas culture.
Reserve it a month in advance if you can. But convenience stores are trying to catch up.
Yeah,
They're trying
convenience
to sell
stores.
their own thing.
Tell you what, good business on KFC's part. They infused themselves into the culture. Similarly, actually, on Valentine's Day and White Day, because the chocolate giving, apparently that was made by Meiji as well.
Oh, they're clever. Seriously, brands here are clever.
Yeah,
but hey, and again, any reason to celebrate. You want to eat your fried chicken? Go eat your fried chicken. And finally, and that's the reason why we have lots of these things here on the table and this contraption here, we're going to be talking and showing you what Christmas cakes are out this year and what actually people do. There are massive catalogs.
Everyone eats cake on Christmas in Japan. It's your fried chicken followed by cake. I want to make it clear, it's not a Christmas cake in the traditional English sense of the word, because an English Christmas cake in Australia, we always have the Lion's Christmas cake, which is dried fruit and nuts in a fruit cake. It's a fruit cake specifically, and that's what we consider Christmas cake. Japanese Christmas cake is not that kind of Christmas cake. It's just a cake of other varieties that they eat on Christmas.
We're going to have a look at that. Actually, in Germany, we have a thing called Stollen. Weihnachtsstollen. And in France, it's Bûche de Noel, which is kind of like a rolled sponge cake. So every country has something we eat. In Germany, we don't really have cake for Christmas. We have that bread thing, that Stollen thing with the spices and the raisins and stuff. Or we bake Christmas cookies. That's a big thing we do in Germany. We make a huge batch of Christmas cookies and then we, two birds, one stone, we gift it to all the people around us.
Perfect. Yeah, Lebkuchen. You guys hit the Lebkuchen.
Lebkuchen. Oh yes, that's another one.
Love Lebkuchen, man.
Lebkuchen. And actually we sell Baumkuchen during that season.
Baumkuchen,
but Japan sells it all season.
Yeah, they do. Does Japan sell Lebkuchen?
Lebkuchen not the German type. I think sometimes you see the American type of gingerbread, which is generally like a reddish color and very, very sweet. Well, the German one is almost black, covered in chocolate, very dense and very heavy. Like you eat one bite of Lebkuchen will already be quite a lot of density. It's like mixture between bread and sweets in a way.
So we changed topics back to Japanese Christmas cake. So let's get involved in some of our catalogs here, shall we?
All right. Well, first of all, the history of the Japanese Christmas cake.
Sorry, Ladybeard, jump the gun. Please.
Yep. All right, in 1908, Fujiya sold their very first Christmas cake, which was actually not what we've seen today. It was a plum cake with fondant coating and those little silver kind of edible balls on top.
Yeah, they can go on top of your traditional Christmas cake at home, those little ball silver things.
So apparently, and from there on, it evolved. It became the original Christmas cake, and then it followed by the typical is strawberry shortcake or sponge cake.
Strawberry shortcake.
Yes, so that's when everything started getting more towards the shape we have it today, and it's still very much strawberry shortcake. You eat it for your birthday, you eat it for Christmas, you eat it for celebrations.
Yeah. Strawberry shortcake, they love that here. You can get one of those every day of the year here. Head on down to Cozy Corner. They're going to have them left, right, and center.
Since Fujiya were the very first ones, they're actually also super busy. I know someone who used to work at Fujiya, and it was crazy. Like the busiest day of the year for all kind of cake and confectionery places in Japan will be Christmas.
Right, really?
Hands down. No other day gets like so many cakes sold in a day as Christmas.
Okay.
Ideally, you need to reserve it in advance because you might not be lucky and they will all be sold out. Japanese people are very prepared. So you need to kind of book your cake in advance.
Really?
Otherwise, there's no cake for Christmas and the party's ruined.
Book it in April or something.
Book it way in advance. Yeah. There are trends. So we got to talk about the most recent trends. There's a place called cake.jp now.
Cake.jp.
So you can actually
Of course, there's a website called cake.jp.
Of course. So you can, in advance, you can order your Christmas cake, something designed. And it's pretty popular right now, cake.jp. And it's not only for Christmas, but they're probably going to get a lot of business during that time. And they have actually a little bit of a results of cake trends for this year. So let's find out what the cake trends are.
Hit me with the cake trends, Cathy Cat. Hit me.
Sonoichi, number one.
I'll guess. What if I guess? You tell me if I'm correct or not.
Sure.
Okay, number one, popular cakes for this year.
Yes.
Bumblebee from the Transformers.
All right, that is not quite there, but it would be samune bae, meaning looking good in a thumbnail or Instagrammability.
Oh, as in the cake can be photographed and look good.
Yes, maybe Bumblebee would look good for some people, so maybe we're close there, very close.
Hey, that's number three or number one?
That's number one.
That's number one.
So it looks pretty good on your pictures on social media.
People, just put down the phone for a second. There's a cake in front of you, people. Well, it's to be consumed.
Needs to look good in pictures. Number two, you want to guess?
Oh, I don't know. I've already had my mind blown by the Instagram.
Number two is party.
Oh, party. It's my kind of cake.
Exactly, because before that, we had the restriction. We had Corona last year. And like we were not really allowed to meet family members. We weren't really allowed to meet parties and stuff.
Have human contact.
So like cakes with an impactful and a playful spirit are definitely like something that would be like fun at a party. Those kind of cakes are popular now.
Popular cake.
Next one, number three. I guess that's towards the ones who are not doing a Christmas party. Or Christmas, let's take pictures of that for my gram.
Snip, snap, snop.
That's now. The next one I think goes a little bit more towards the date type because it has to be a luxurious Christmas.
Luxurious Christmas?
Luxurious Christmas meaning like well-known brands or well-known hotels and their special super cake.
Wait.
So
what? I don't understand.
Like, for example, you get like an Hermes Christmas cake or you get a expensive pâtissier Christmas cake instead of just a corner cake store.
Oh, so just like a premium quality, like a Godiva cake or something.
Yeah, something that has like a name to it.
Oh, I see. Oh, that sounds very pleasing. Whoa, that sounds like a great thing to eat alone.
All right, number four. Sukoyaka. Healthy.
Oh, hi.
I don't know why healthy is so important, but maybe because we had a pandemic panini recently. But also people are a little bit more aware of the things that Japan wasn't really that aware of before, because now everyone is invited to the parties, which means you want to cater for A, gluten-free.
Oh, stay away from the gluten.
B, sugar-free. That sounds like stay away from the fun.
Sugar rush. Sugar rush. See?
Sugar-free cake. Next one, vegan.
Vegans, take care of them.
Vegan cake, that's a thing that's new in Japan.
That's
and also
important.
infant-friendly cakes.
Infant friendly for when you drop the baby in a cake.
Exactly, infant-friendly.
You don't want him to drown in the cake.
Don't do that.
Don't
do what
drown your
Ladybeard said.
baby in a cake.
Don't do that. And that's not just recent, that's generally a thing in Japan. There is also going to be special cakes for dogs and cats.
Oh, this is absurd.
Because a lot of people who are not having the kids in the house, they're having special cakes for the cats and the dogs.
You know, it's amazing to me how pet care has become this giant industry, and people take care of their pets with a level of diligence that they just do not apply to any humans in their life on any level. A member of my family has dogs, and these freaking dogs live a life of luxury. These dogs live a life so much nicer than Ladybeard's life every day of the week.
Oh my God.
Freaking dog. Pet people, I tell you what. Well, hey, pet people, animal enthusiasts, you can come to Japan and you could get old Mr. Waffles his very own Christmas cake.
And we're going to show some of those. We're going to talk about some of those.
This is my turn to be depressed about Christmas. Look at these pets getting to eat better than the humans. What is this, people?
We could maybe do like a pet care episode, because there's a couple of fun things here in Japan. There are for dogs and cats only. I think that's actually would be making a good episode.
What about eels? What about your pet eel?
Oh, well, we have to find out. We'll have to do some research. Next, number 6. And wait a second, number 5.
5.
Moedan.
Morrigan. That's the name of my friend's daughter. What's Moedan?
Moedan is, think of, rainbow cake.
All right, I'm thinking.
That when you cut them, they have that beautiful. So instead, it might look simple on the outside, might just be one coating, but when you cut it, you'll see all the colors of the rainbow inside the cake.
That's nice.
Which means there's been a lot of effort done into baking it and, putting all the different
That's good.
sponge
You
cake
layer,
layers.
then layer of jam, then layer of sponge, layer of jam. We got to get that layer up there.
Yeah, you get a beautiful layering. So that's another real thing that people like. Again, I think it ties in with number 1. It also looks Instagrammable at the same time.
Sure, it does look Instagrammable. Here you have the Happy Life 2023 Christmas catalog.
So some of these are from cake stores, some of these are from convenience stores, and some of these are from supermarkets, and all of them Ladybird's manager has found and searched for. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good production.
So we have put some markers down. So I'm going to maybe start with Happy Life. You want to?
All right, yeah, pop it open.
Okay, Happy Life. Certain cakes that have sparked our interests, and we marked.
Look at these; they look delicious, don't
There
they?
is now bouche de Noel. Sometimes in Japan you see the bouche de Noel.
Pardon me, what did you say to me? Bouche de Noel?
Bouche de Noel.
It sounds like you're swearing at me in French. What's happening?
It looks like a tree log lying down.
Oh, yes.
And those kind of cakes, they're usually like chocolate coated or with some brown coating, because it looks then more like
this character here, yeah?
Exactly. So bouche de Noel is, I think, like a staple that's been around in Japan for a while. It's the typical French cake. I'm not sure how it actually looks in France. If you want to let us know, let us know.
Yeah, let us know, our French viewers. This is a typical French Christmas cake, really?
Yeah. You know what we don't see in any of those catalogs, because I looked, is British mince pies.
Oh, no mince pies.
And Christmas pudding.
Oh,
Christmas pudding is so strong, so dense, that even when you set it on fire, it doesn't die.
I feel like Cathy Cat has a lot of emotions surrounding Christmas, which we are experiencing on this episode.
I miss German Christmas.
Oh, fair enough.
I miss German Christmas.
Yeah,
so
I miss Aussie Christmas. But that pudding they have in the UK is awesome. You set it on fire, you're like, well,
it doesn't die. Yeah, it really doesn't die.
And then they used to do this in the old days as well. They'd take like a penny or a tuppence, whatever it was, and they'd stick that in your pudding. And so the children would go, oh, yeah, I found a tuppence.
So you have to find a reason to eat that thing. Maybe the one I had wasn't so tasty. Mince pies you can eat if you drown it in vanilla ice cream. I like it.
Yeah, anyway, they're delicious. Why does Cathy Cat have such a problem with the institutions of the British Christmas? But the British Christmas is basically the same thing as the Australian Christmas. So this is my Christmas. Why do you hate my Christmas?
I actually love it, but I thought for entertainment purposes I'd make it sound funny.
And now it sounds like I bullied Cathy Cat. Now I'm going to get some kind of hashtag stop Ladybeard abuse. Stop Ladybeard abuse of cat and pets. I'm sorry, Cathy Cat.
I miss the UK too. I just miss Europe around Christmas. This is when it gets to me. Anyways,
I'm so sorry. I've ruined Cathy's life.
Rainbow cake is recent. I've never really seen rainbow cake in Japan, but because of the Moedan, I think thanks to cake.jp offering cakes that you usually don't have as often in Japan, because a lot of people, it's like cake.jp, apparently, we're not sponsored by them, is like Etsy for cakes.
Etsy?
It's like Etsy for cakes. You
What's
know,
Etsy?
like a marketplace. So it's
right.
not just professional companies like Fujiya and such, it's from all over, like maybe smaller patisseries. You probably have to have some license, like some allowance though to deal with food. So you have to have proper food hygiene things. But those who pass all of that are allowed to sell their cakes. So probably, you know, a little bakery maybe in Niigata Prefecture came up with the idea, let's make rainbow cake. And people saw that, thought it looked good, and then they bought that. And now that's why we get this kind of stuff in catalogs, which wasn't there before. So one of them is rainbow cake.
None of these are rainbow cake, are they?
We also have allergy-friendly cakes, which come at like 3,400-ish. Rainbow cake is 5,000 yen. It's very expensive.
5,000 yen.
And then we have pet cakes.
Pet cake!
Which are a little bit cheaper, but still, I find it quite expensive at 2,000 yen for a pet cake.
Bro, your pet doesn't need a cake. Look, keep Ms. Meow. Just give her a can of cat food.
They brand this one, at least the one that I can see is a white type of cake. They brand it for dogs and cats.
But what's in it? Is it made of cat food? What's a cake of cat food?
It's probably like things that cats and dogs are allowed to have.
Why? So not dark chocolate then, because that'll murder a
dark
dog.
chocolate. It's just like, that's why it's probably just a white cream cake.
Oh man!
You
I'm gonna steal the cat's cake. Not you, cat, but
cats. Don't steal my cake. I like cake. Right. I love cake.
What's going on here?
All right, this is just like general. I have like a random flyer in my hand here right now. There's like a recent thing, which is like a Baumkuchen cut out cake. So it's like you bake a Baumkuchen, so you bake it in layers, and then you almost like staple it in the shape of a bear or a panda. And then you have like almost two cakes. You have the staple panda and then the outside of the staple panda.
Staple?
Well, how would you explain this then in English?
Oh, I understand. Panda shape, I guess.
How would you explain that? Stencil. There we go.
I see. Hang on. So sorry. Just explain it again, please. What happens?
So it's a cake where you bake the Baumkuchen cake in different layers. Yep. So you have like white layers and dark layers. And then you take a shape of something and you cookie cut it out.
Oh, I see. Okay. I understand.
And that will be the shape, for example, of a panda and such.
Delicious.
Or recently Sanrio. That was a thing that's recently popular.
Delicious.
More cakes coming up.
Ice cream Christmas is what I'm talking about.
Yes. Baskin & Robbins has come up with some ice cream cakes. I
love ice cream cake.
They are amazing. They're very expensive though, generally.
Are they? Really?
Yeah, ice cream cakes are not cheap, but they generally do them like in different characters and stuff.
Cutie, cute. Kawaii.
There is Sumiko Gurashi is one of the characters that people know. There's also My Melody, and Pokemon has also Christmas ice cream cakes, which is
gotta catch them all. Of course, the mouse is represented.
Mr. Mouse is always represented, and then you can pick like different flavors. But yeah, they ain't cheap. They go from like between 3,700 to almost 5,000 yens. Oh yeah. And again, don't forget to reserve them, otherwise you don't get in.
Baskin-Robbins Christmas cake made of ice cream. Oh, glory be! Look at this!
All right, this
looks
one
like
here is from, by the way, it's not sponsored of anything. We have another one, which is from a bakery.
Oh, this look like my love handles are expanding just looking at this. Look how delicious this looks.
It's like, to explain, it's like chocolate cream in different layers with the happy Santa sitting on top and some strawberries that are candy coated around it.
Oh, he's happy and fat. Look at him. He's sitting on top of a mountain of chocolate like, whoa.
My favorite one is the one right next to it, which is like a house with pink roof tiles that's actually a cake and has like a little snowman living in it.
Oh, that is lovely.
And Santa is like trying to climb up the chimney to give him a gift.
Oh, yeah, snowman is living in it.
That's a lot of detail, but that's 7,000 yen, so whew.
Oh, I tell you what.
Well, that cake game is expensive.
Boy, Santa's put his life in this snowman's hands because this snowman could just whip that ladder out and Santa would fall
We'll make sure that Santa never leave.
But is it interesting? Because Santa's I thought he turned up in a sled with some reindeer, but not. He's just packing up the side of the house on this ladder, only to come down the chimney at the interior of the house.
Gosh.
Santa is just going to be on an endless loop. It's like an infinity Santa loop of simply giving presents and climbing a ladder.
Yeah, maybe it's a magical ladder. It must be magical, otherwise that would take so much time.
You think so, eh?
Oh, let's hope so. Next one is the forest chocolate.
The forest chocolate?
So they have created a forest out of different, looks like several colorful trees, white chocolate, strawberry chocolate and such, making a little forest.
That's fun. That's good fun.
And I think, there are a couple ones that are shaped like Christmas trees. So they use white cream, or generally green cream to then create different layers so they look like a Christmas tree.
Makes sense. Reasonable considering the occasion. What else have we got?
There is one more here from a cake store, which is called Cozy Corner.
Cozy Corner!
Which is a huge thing.
Chain.
Cozy Corner is a very, very known chain. And again, they probably have their most busiest season during that. So they have tiny little cakes, which is one of the things they're famous for. They'd do 10 or such tiny cakes together, 9 cakes together,
little cakes,
or 12 cakes. So everyone gets a different type of cake.
Yeah, got a little cake. Just a tiny little cake, a little Winnie the Pooh here, a little snowy manny man, a little reindeer up here, tiny little cakes, everybody.
Yeah, tiny cakes. So you can maybe count the amount of members in your family. And so if someone doesn't like chocolate and you don't want to get a chocolate cake, but someone else wants chocolate, you just get one of their sets. Okay?
Yeah, you
Not
give him the
sponsored.
banana cake.
Not sponsored. There's also a couple of which I find interesting. Cakes that are together out of 6 different types of cake.
That's quite cute.
So again, no fighting over that. If you don't want chocolate, you don't have to have chocolate. And what I did like about this one is they usually do a collaboration. I actually last time, guilty pleasure, I bought myself for Halloween a whole set of their Disney collaboration Halloween cakes.
Oh, that's fun.
9 tiny cakes. They the side up. They're smaller than a cupcake.
Oh, that's
so if
fun.
you ooh, cupcakes. It's kind of like cake-shaped cupcakes. No, wait a second. Cupcake size tiny cakes with different layers, lots and lots of craftiness. And they sometimes, like the Christmas one, they sometimes theme that after different Disney characters.
Fun.
To give you a feel of, okay, this one has a big bow, so this might be Minnie, or this one is kind of greenish, so it's from Monsters Inc., greenish blue from Monsters Inc., that kind of stuff. So representing different Disney characters in the shape of mini cakes.
Mini cake. It's like a tiny house, but a cake.
Yeah,
it's a tiny
and
cake.
it's Instagrammable, so I guess that's probably
very important in this generation.
Very important. It's actually one of the reasons why I also did like it, because the Halloween was Disney villains, so that was pretty cool, actually.
Oh, okay. Well,
that had something. All right, we're now going to the convenience stores. This is where things get tough.
Premium Christmas.
7-Eleven, we have a Lawson, and we have Family Mart. Shall we start with the Lawson? Start with the plainest one. The plainest one. Lawson, Uchi Cafe. Lawson, they're selling
look at this now.
sets. So Lawson does a lot of sets where they do a lot of Christmas food together with a cake. Christmas chicken together with a cake.
Are these chicken nuggets, by the way, or chicken tenders?
I have no idea. Some sort of chicken.
Oh, that's just Family Mart
the
chicken, isn't
chicken.
it? Actually? It's like the
Lawson chicken.
Now, this is what we consider a Christmas cake. That's a Christmas cake in my country.
Oh, right, that's a Stollen. We call it Stollen in Germany.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like it's almost a loaf of bread with lots of nuts and, and raisins.
Yeah, a bit different,
Cinnamon.
a little bit different, but something like that.
Yeah, I think that's pretty similar. What is it in your country? Let us know.
I see.
What we have at Lawson this year, there is a allergen-friendly cake. So
if you hate allergens, this is the cake for you.
It's the cake for you. There's a star-shaped cake with the characters of Sumiko Gurashi sitting on it.
Oh, that's fun.
And then there is a Hello Kitty cake with everyone's favorite kitty cat.
Hello, Christmas.
So that is Lawson. And now we're going to 7-Eleven and Family Mart. There is a thing over the years that I've also noticed is if you look at those catalogs to order those in advance, generally you see idols on it.
Yep.
Generally it's a thing. This year, it's all Korean idols.
All Korean idols, because Japanese idols not having them on the front of a catalogue this year. Bit of a scandal. There was a scandal.
There was a scandal with Johnny's, and so you can't see any Johnny's idols on any
particularly the men. You can look up the Johnny's scandal if you want to know what's going on.
Or don't if you don't want to depress yourself. Merry Christmas. Let's not talk about that right now.
So here we have some Korean idols. Left, right, center. Twice over here.
Yes. So Let's start with the one from 7-Eleven. So if you like the Idol Boys, you can get the Idol Boy things, goods with it if you order their special Idol collaboration cake. So you can win some items if you order the cake. You have a box and the idols are on the box. And then there might be a limited edition charm you can get.
All right.
So with the boys, what's a bit mean is there are 3 different types of these charms, and not all of the boys fit on all of those charms. So you have to maybe order many cakes to get all of them.
Well, there's too many of them. Look, there's like 400 of them. Of course, you can't get them all into one.
Yeah, you
Look
have
how many
to order
members
the
this
cake
group
many
has.
times.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Hey, well, here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 dudes in this group. Hey, one person gets sick or injured and no one can go to work. I'm just saying, bit irresponsible. Figure it out.
So on one of the charms, I can see 5 of them, and on the other 2, it's 4 of them. And if your favorite one is not on the one that you got when you ordered that cake, you just have to order it again, I guess. It's a bit mean, but I guess that's business.
The idol industry revolves around this.
That's a business, exactly. So next up in our selection of cakes, the cake, by the way, it looks pretty simple. It looks like a normal cake. It doesn't even have the idols on it. It's just a cake.
It's cake.
It's a collaboration cake. Looks like solid cake.
Just cake.
Solid cake.
Looks delicious.
Next one, we have at the convenience store, you can pre-order a Pierre Hermé signature cake, which is a very, very, very known brand. So that brings us to the luxury cakes that we're talking about.
Here we are.
But even though it's luxury, it's like 4,536. You don't need to know the exact, but around that price range, you can get that cake. But
Well,
again,
it
those
sounds
cakes are
luxurious.
not American size. For example, that one is like 12 centimeters in diameter. So just 12 centimeters from left to right, 12
that big?
centimeters.
Okay.
Not in diameter, just from left to right, 12 centimeters.
The little fellas, you're paying a lot of yen for a luxury cake.
For a small cake. Then
this one's cute.
Gelato Peak is a store that sells like indoor room wear, kind of cute outfits.
Oh, it's bit of goodness in a little bit of put on your sweatpants and watch the television.
Yeah, everything is very pastely themed. It's like aimed at girls who like want to be cute while they're indoors, but also warm. And they made their own cake, which has like a big pink bear on top of it. That one is a bit more expensive because it comes with a little lunch mat to have underneath your cake.
A lunch? Oh, yeah, it does.
A little lunch mat, and then you get 5,600 yen for that.
Lunch
It's not
mat,
cheap.
Kevin. It's a lunch mat.
It's a lunch mat. Oh, in our prior episode, we were talking about things to do in winter, and we mentioned the Hotel Chinzanzo.
Chinzanzo.
They actually have a Hotel Chinzanzo cake there too. So you can get whatever you would eat in that hotel. You can maybe eat that at home.
Courtesy of this gentleman, he's going to sort you out with a cake.
Yep, good, tasty cake. Let's see. If you like the Disney or if you like the Sanrio characters like Hello Kitty and such, there's Disney-themed cakes.
Here you go.
There's a cinnamon roll cake. This is literally a giant cinnamon head that you'll have to pierce through to get to the soft sponge filling.
I want an eye. I want an eye. Can I have an eye? I want an eye.
I want the eye. And then you get like a little bag with it. So for all this stuff that is like character themed, you might get like a little item plus off.
A little bag. Oh, a bag like that.
It's a little pouch.
I thought you meant like a
cinnamon on
little
it.
plastic bag to like throw your cake in for some reason. Okay.
Yeah.
Understood. All right.
All right. Next we have peanuts. I don't know.
Right, this
Japanese
the
people
Snoop.
love peanuts.
The Snoop.
The Snoopy. And there are now also Super Sentai themed cakes.
Hey.
Yes,
All
a
right.
Kamen Rider cake that comes with a collectible card set.
Awesome, man. That sounds
Yeah.
great.
Or Precure for the magical girls.
Precure.
Only is Precure cakes.
For the-
That comes also with some little extra goodies.
That's good fun. You get the whole thing of a jig.
Do you have so many choices? So that's
Yeah, really.
another thing you can do if you go
Unlimited
to...
choices.
Finally,
Here's Twice. They'll tell us what Christmas is all about.
exactly, we have the Twice collaboration cake, which is a big pink strawberry shortbread.
Pink whole cake.
Strawberry shortcake. But if you order it, you get like a little garland, like a decoration.
Julie
What do you call those? Like
What is that thing? Like a wreath almost. The thing with the
bunting. Bunting. It looks like bunting.
Bunting?
Yeah, like bunting.
All right.
It's a British word, maybe. So you get bunting. You get some extra little things to stick into your cake pieces, and the box will have a printout of the idol girls on it.
Be good. Twice.
So,
Hey, you could even eat it twice.
Hey! There you go. So if you want to spend your Christmas together with your idol
Together
girls,
twice.
there's
you
a
have the
cake
option
for
to do
that now. Lovely tea time cake, it's called. 4,500 yen.
Ooh.
All right.
Oh, that's all right.
That's
all
okay.
right.
With this matcha
pistachio.
cakes, you guys know what matcha looks like,
Here's
so we
back
don't
to our
have to
French
explain
log.
that.
All right, good.
The French log, exactly. And
Oops.
then we have the Christmas cheesecake.
Ah, the Christmas cheesecake.
Would you eat cheesecake on Christmas? I think
Yeah.
it's not as
Delicious.
festive. I mean, it's delicious.
Well, look, it's
but-
not part of our tradition, but listen, hey, when in Rome, throw a cat off the roof. We can also go back to this, what's this cake called? Because they had this a lot too.
Oh, Mont Blanc.
Mont Blanc, they love that bad boy.
Wow, yeah, that's
all
like
about
a winter staple is again like marron, like you get chestnuts and you grind it into
That's
paste
right.
and you put that on top of cake. That's very popular in Japan.
It's a chestnut cake. That's
Your
right, they love it.
chestnuts roasting on an open cake.
And here's Chikawa.
You like Chikawa, they're like a cute characters. Right?
I'm not sure if I like is the correct way to put it. I know of Chikawa. Chikawa is extremely popular at the moment. This is the most popular character series in Japan at the
One
moment.
very popular right now. It's
We
like
spoke about it
adorable
before. It's just I don't even want to talk about it. But these are the characters from Chikawa.
And you get, again, a bonus with it if you order it on time, blah. You get a spoon and stickers and, again, a themed box.
Yeah.
And finally,
What?
your favorite.
Bunch of cats.
Your
These are
favorite.
the pet cakes, are they?
Not just cats on a cake. There's also a cake just for cats and a cake just for dogs. And in case you want to have some pizza with that, there are tiny pizzas just for dogs.
Well, this is a pizza for dogs?
There's a pizza for dogs, branded by Pizzala. Tiny pizza just for dogs.
Pizza for dogs.
Pizza for dogs. We have a strawberry shortcake for dogs, which is about 2,800 yen. We have a cat Christmas cake for 1,200 something yen. We have another dog cake for 1,500, and we have the Christmas pizza set with 1,500. So it's kind of like a little bit cheaper than a human cake, but not that much.
Considering the size differential between your standard issue dog or cat and your standard issue human, you would hope it would be somewhat cheaper. Does the dog or cat need all that many calories? Really?
Yeah, I mean, apparently it's like balanced, so it's like healthy for the dogs and the cats. So maybe it prevents some people for actually trying to hold the cake underneath the table and have the dog eat it, because there's a dog special cake for the dog. Which was your favorite out of all the cakes that we looked at today, Ladybeard?
I gotta tell you, the Baskin Robbins ice cream, baby. Bring that bad boy on. It's I love ice cream
that one
cake.
looks very good. And I have actually never had a rainbow cake, so that's probably something I would love
so we
to
can check
have.
out this
But
Christmas.
that was so expensive. So I might actually, again, I like the idea of the tiny mini cakes, the ones that come, because then you can have different flavors. You don't want it, well, if you order yourself an entire cake, which I have done a couple of times, no judging, please. If you order yourself an entire cake and you decide to eat your cake, you want to have maybe different flavors, otherwise it gets boring. So any kind of cake that has different flavors in it or different slices is my favorite.
I bought myself the whole cake and just ate one flavor the whole time.
That's
and
good
every
too.
bite was better than the last.
That is great too. That's a great thing to do. But if you get the choice of variety, I would probably pick the variety.
My cake was a Minions cake.
Oh my God, don't I get me started. Guys, what kind of food will you have for Christmas? Let us know in the box below. What was your favorite cake maybe? So feel free to write us which cake you would definitely get and why on our YouTubes.
And don't forget to have a really, really Merry Christmas.
Yes!
All the best from Cat with Beard to you and yours, your loved ones on Christmas. Good tidings to you and your kin.
Yes, have a wonderful Christmas and we see you soon for another fresh and happy jolly episode of
Cat with
Beard.
Merry
Merry
Christmas!
Christmas!